What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog in desperate need of a shave and back with another New York Giants video. This video, I kind of want to talk about some of the offseason moves that the New York Giants made and wondering if it is time to be concerned or even panic at this point with some of the things that the Giants did this offseason and have kind of trickled into the preseason here as far as injuries go. Obviously, the big one is Kenny Golladay. I mean, Kenny Golladay does have a hamstring injury. This is something that plagued him in Detroit. We still haven't really seen him on the field much, and we do know that hamstrings can linger. Now, they gave Kenny Golladay 4 years, $72 million. They gave him a lot of money to come in here and become the number one receiver. And obviously, the more time he is injured, the less time he has on the field to get the chemistry with Daniel Jones. So is this something that the New York Giants should be concerned about? It did hamper Odell Beckham. Now, Odell Beckham ended up having a great rookie season anyway, but it did hamper Odell Beckham quite a bit his rookie season. And hamstrings are definitely tricky. They are very easily pulled. You can very easily re-aggravate a hamstring injury, especially when you're a football player and all you do is run, stop, jump, cut, everything else. So is Kenny Golladay going to be a big concern for the Giants? They did give this guy a lot of money, and this is something that he has dealt with before. So is it concerning that this could linger into the regular season and it's maybe he could miss some time? Maybe this is going to bother him all season. I mean, who knows? I'm just wondering if we should be concerned or not about Kenny Golladay. Now, some guys are like, oh, you're panicking. Listen, man, people like to think I panic or I'm negative, man. I'm just being realistic, and I'm looking at everything going into the team. I'm not a guy that just wears, blue rose-colored glasses or rainbow glasses, whatever you want to say. I'm not a guy that just sits and go, oh, it's the Giants, everything's going to be okay. I'm not an Eagle fan, people, okay? I don't think just because you're a Giant, you're great. I don't think because you're wearing the uniform, you're great. And I don't think because you're wearing a Giants uniform, you're Superman and can't be hampered by injuries. So I'm looking at everything as a realist as far as the Giants fans go. I try to be as realistic as possible. I'm looking at real concerns for the New York Giants. Is Kenny Golladay a real concern? Is he going to be okay? Is he going to be good to go? Is he going to play all 16 games? Or is he going to be hampered by this injury? It's a legitimate concern, if you ask me, as far as the Giants go. Another guy is Kyle Rudolph. Now, this could be a disaster. I mean, this really could be. They gave him 2 years, $12 million. They knew that he had a foot problem, and they still didn't even care. He's been sitting there on the sideline. He's not working out. He's not doing much of anything. And if he starts the season on the PUP list, the guy can miss 6 weeks of the regular season. Now, he was brought in here as a red zone target. I didn't like it initially, and then the more I thought about it, I'm like, okay, I do like it. We do need another red zone target. Evan Ingram has been less than, effective down there. It's not a guy that you can rely on, that's for sure, as far as taking in passes and actually catching the ball. He does have a lot of talent, but he can't compete to play, and no matter how talented you are, if you can't catch, you can't finish a play, it doesn't really matter how open you are. But Ingram is definitely a viable option on there, as was Kenny Golladay. But again, you're going back to the injury concern. Kyle Rudolph, same thing. We don't need Kyle Rudolph missing 6 weeks of the regular season. When's Kyle Rudolph going to be back? How serious is this foot injury? And how long is it going to hold him out of training camp or the regular season? So again, maybe I'm, oh, you're too negative. No, I'm being realistic here, guys. The Kyle Rudolph thing could be a big concern. But hey, like I said, if you don't think it is, let me know in the comment section. And if you don't, let me know why. If you don't think these are major concerns, don't just go, oh, I'm not worried about it. Tell me why. Give me a reason why you're not concerned, why you think these guys will be 100%, play 16 games, and give us everything that they got, not be injured all year. Because I would love to hear this stuff. Again, I try to be as realistic and unbiased as I can when it comes to New York Giants. Yes, I will admit I'm probably harder on the New York Giants and their players than probably almost every content creator, maybe every content creator on here, outside maybe Online Big Blue Sports. He pretty much looks at things the way I do, but try to find me a content creator that isn't harder on the New York Giants than I am, or that is harder on the New York Giants than I am, rather. So, like I said, maybe this is just me being me, but I'm a little bit concerned about Gallaudet. I'm definitely concerned about Kyle Rudolph going into the regular season. And then we have Cadarius Tony, the New York Giants' first pick in the 2021 draft. I loved the trade. I loved getting draft capital from the Chicago Bears. There's no doubt an extra first-round pick certainly helps the New York Giants. They spent all their cap space, all their available cap this year in the offseason, getting Adoree Jackson, Kenny Golladay, Kyle Rudolph, and so on and so forth. so they don't have a lot going into next year. Obviously, when you don't have cap space, you want to build due to a draft, which is really what you're supposed to do anyway. You fill pieces. You don't build your team with free agents. You fill pieces with free agents. You build through the draft. And if you don't do well in the draft, your team sucks for many years. If you do draft well, your team's good for many years. That's really how that goes most of the time, okay? So Cadarius Tony, who, I was not, like I said, I was not thrilled about it. I wasn't upset about it. I thought it was an interesting pick. At number 20, I didn't feel like that was really a necessity, especially after they went out and signed Gallaudet all that money. But now that Galladay's hurt, who knows? But Cadarius Toney's had a weird offseason. It's weird. It's not like he's hurt. It's not like he's not good. Joe Judge come out and they've said that they rave about the way he is in the wide receiver room. He's a good pupil. He's not a headache or nothing like that. But he's had a lot of weird things going on. The family issues, the cleats, the COVID-19, and now some undisclosed injury, which we don't even know about. Don't know when he's going to be back out in the practice field. Don't know what they're doing. Joe Judge has just said, hey, we're just going to look at his workload in Cleveland. I don't know what that means. Is he just unlucky? Is he snake bitten? Like, what is the deal with Cadarius Toney? This is a guy that the Giants obviously took 20th overall with the assumption that he's going to be part of the offense. He's probably not going to start. I wouldn't imagine he'll be on the depth chart as far as the top 3 goes, but this is a guy that I would imagine they were going to work into the offensive scheme one way or the other, doing a lot of different things. End arounds, jet sweeps, double reverses, maybe a double reverse flea flicker back to Tony who could throw it a little bit, maybe a little bit of wildcat, maybe just lines up in the backfield, in the slot and the outside. He's definitely very versatile. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can do a lot of different things for the New York Giants. That will speak to Jason Garrett's creativity, but you can only be so creative when you can't get on the field. So again, with Cadarius Toney, is this going to be a problem going into the season where it's just one thing after another, where he's just unlucky, where if it isn't this thing, it's this thing getting him. If it's not this over here, if it's not COVID, it's a foot. If it's not a cleat, it's a hamstring. If it's not a hamstring, it's a toe or something. I don't know. But it just seems that already the Giants have got bad things going on here, man. And I get concerned about it because when you've been a bad team for so many years, and there is no sugarcoating this, the Giants have been a piss-poor organization since 2016. And really outside of 2016, for the last 10 years, this team has not been really good. And they really don't seem to be able to get out of their own way. It's like everything they do turns out to be bad. And sometimes when you're a bad team, this type of things happens. And when you're a good team, good things happen. As a Giants fan, I do see them turning the corner. I do think that they're getting better. I do think these players believe in Joe Judge. I do believe that they play hard for Joe Judge. I do believe they will continue to play hard for Joe Judge. They believe in his philosophy. I love Patrick Graham's defensive scheme. I love this defense. But on offense, all these question marks are the offensive line and Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley coming off the reconstructed knee. Now you have all these question marks about Kenny Golladay and Kyle Rudolph and Cadarius Toney. Maybe it's something with the letter K. I hope I don't get hurt. My name's Kevin, as most of you know. So you got Kenny Golladay, Kyle Rudolph, Cadarius Tony. What is going on with that? The letter K. Is it unlucky? Is this why I'm unlucky? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, what is the deal with these guys? So just as good as the defense seems to be and as solid as that unit's going to be, we believe 100% in that defensive unit, there are so many questions going into the 2021 football season about the New York Giants offense as a whole, in my opinion. And there was even questions about Dr. Garrett. And we all know that every time something goes wrong, we have to blame Dr. Garrett about that. Garrett, Jones, Saquon, Gallaudet, Rudolph, Tony. Does it ever end? Let me know what you think in the comments section, guys. Is it time? I know we're only in the second week. As far as preseason games go, we're going to play Cleveland Sunday. I guess we'll get a better idea. But should we be concerned going into the season that the question marks continue to get bigger and bigger for the New York Giants offense? So all I got in this video, guys. I may be live for the Yankees-Red Sox later tonight. I still don't know what's going on. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please like, please subscribe, share the video out, and of course, always let me know what you think. It's a Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace!